They spoke on the phone just a few weeks ago and had a productive conversation covering a lot of issues. And they, whether they'll have occasion to get together in the weeks or months ahead, we'll see. They're likely to both participate in some fashion in the G20 meeting, for example. But they had a good, productive conversation, and will continue the work that they set out.
We've seen incursions of Chinese plane in Taiwan. Is there a red line that you think President Xi will not cross? Does he understand a red line, or are tensions high?
Look, the actions we've seen by China are provocative and potentially destabilizing. So what I hope is that these actions will cease because there is always the possibility of miscalculation, of miscommunication, and that's dangerous. So in the past, we've managed to handle the issues surrounding Taiwan in a way that's actually sustained stability. Provocative actions go in exactly the wrong direction, and it's very important that no one take any unilateral actions that change the status quo by force. And so we really need to see China cease some of the actions that it's taken, because they are potentially a source of instability, not stability.
And so the U.S. needs to take a hard line, but at the same time trying to find a common agreement when it comes to climate change.
Well, there are many issues in the relationship between the United States and China. It is one of the most consequential relationships in the world. It's one of the most complicated relationships in the world, and it has different aspects to it. There is certainly a competitive aspect that we know very well. There are adversarial aspects. There are also cooperative aspects. And we have to be able to deal and engage in every single one of these aspects of the relationship. At the same time, climate happens to be an existential issue that affects everyone on the planet, whether it's the United States, whether it's China, whether it's any other country. And China, like the United States, has great responsibility when it comes to dealing effectively with climate change. We're about 15% of global emissions. China is 37% of global emissions. And so it's important for both of us to step up and meet our responsibilities. And that means having ambitious targets for how we're going to actually curb climate change. It also means making sure that we're contributing to help others deal with resilience, to deal with adaptation. And it means taking important steps like, for example, moving away from coal.
Secretary, there's a lot of focus, of course, on how the Chinese authorities are dealing with Evergrande. What does it tell you about Chinese stewardship?
Well, look, China has to make sovereign economic decisions for itself. But we also know that what China does economically is going to have profound ramifications, profound effects on literally the entire world, because all of our economies are so intertwined. So certainly when it comes to something that could have a major impact on the Chinese economy, we look to China to act responsibly and to deal effectively with any challenges.